Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial I'll show you how to make combat arms, 3D models, and modifications. We're not actually going to be applying the modifications to combat arms in this tutorial. We're just going to show you how to set up the model in a 3D editor. By the time we get to that step, it should be self-explanatory on how to go backward and put the file back into the file which you got it. So first we're going to go ahead, let me go ahead and close this. We're going to be using a res extractor and a few other files as well. I don't really use these files, but I don't feel like releasing the file that I use, or the files I use, because they were self-developed. So I'm going to first let's go ahead and go to Combat Arms, open file location, and we're going to go to Game, and we're going to type in Gun Model HH. I forgot the S, Guns MHH. Okay, so we're going to copy this out of the Game folder of Combat Arms. We're going to paste it to the desktop, and we're going to go into our modding tools. We're going to go in here, and you can find a download link in justthis.net website. I'm not going to leave a link for it. We're going to extract it. Open to extract. You might even be able to drag it in, I'm not sure. Alright, we're going to go over here, select it, open, and it should extract every model in the game of guns. And it should take a little while. Okay, and once it's completed, you'll have a file on your desktop, and these will be HH, AK, and then the gun type. And we're going to use a M I can't find it. M16A3, there we go. Copy that to your desktop. The reason I chose this is because this is a start-off gun that you start off with in Combat Arms. So we got a .res file and a .ltb file. So we need to go inside our tools again. We need to take out we need to use LTB converter to X, so X out again. Alright, I shouldn't have X'd out. Okay, select your LTB and destination file to X. You're going to actually have to choose the file name, so copy the name, paste it in, and it should save it to the desktop. Convert. And it's converted. So now we have a blank .x command and an .x file. So now we're going to go back into our tools, basic tools, and open 3D exploration. And then open it. And then we're going to open our .x file, and we'll have the 3D file right there, and then we're going to save it one more time. And you want to select 3ds and save it, and then you'll have some options. Just hit OK, and then it will save X out. And once you have all that, we can go over here to 3ds, and we're going to move these up a little bit. Okay, so we have our final file is a HHAR-M16A3SH.D3S. So now you want to go into Maya. It'll take a second to open. 5 seconds for that to load, but since I'm recording in a high definition, it's going to make me lag. Okay, X out of that. Okay, first things first is, it took me a while to figure this out when I first started in Maya, so for some reason they don't start off with it like this, which it should. Let Maya finish its loading. It's kind of freaking out. Okay. Okay, we're going to go to textured and then smooth shade all, and make sure all those are checked. If you're going to start off and start making your own weapon, you want to leave it on wireframe, but if you want to see the weapon, you're going to go to the smooth shade all. Okay, so come over here to go to import, and you want to come to desktop, 3ds should be right there. Import. Okay, for some reason it didn't pick it up. We gotta go to where is it? It's in settings, preferences, plugin manager. Okay, you gotta lower this, lower that. Okay, it's not picking up the DLL. Okay, so we gotta browse to that. Okay, I see why it's doing it. Go to Maya, go back one more to Autodesk, bonus tools, plugins, 3ds import, open, auto load. You'll only have to do this once, but for some reason mine didn't. So close it, and then it should load it. Import one more time. Okay, there we go, 3ds, and then here's our 3ds file that we just converted from. Import it. Okay, then you got your gun type, so we can move around like that. Let's go ahead and add a texture to it. Go to Window, UV Text Editor, and then we want to go to Polygons, UV Snapshot, and then we want to put it as 1024, 1024. You can actually change it wherever you want, but I'm going to use 1024. So it's okay. Like the with polygon. You got to select the object, and then you got to go to UV Snapshot. Make sure 1024, like I said, and it's going to save it inside your documents, Maya projects, default images. Hit OK. And then you can go ahead and hit X. Go over here to your documents. Come over to Maya. Come over to projects. Come over to default. Come over to images. And then here's the image that we had. We're going to open it with Photoshop or your picture editor, whatever you're using. We used the PNG format, I believe. If it did it right, I don't remember. You can use any format you want. I chose that. Alright, change your background to whatever you want. I'm going to use black. I'm going to duplicate this layer. We'll merge the copy down. Make sure it's the copy, because the other one has the copy doesn't have the same settings as the original. So I'm going to make this sketch. This has settings to it, and this one doesn't. Alright, so okay. Now we're going to make that one hidden. We're going to select the background. make sure it's black, delete it, and then inverse the selection, and then we're going to right click, fill, or okay, we're going to create another tool, make it white, merge it down, and then make another layer and make it black, and we're getting rid of the selection first and make it black. Okay, and then there's our weapon. We're going to just make the color, let's just make it red. We're not going to go into detail on this. You guys have seen my modifications, so you know I spent some time on these. Go to colorize. Make it like that. Don't do this if you submit videos to us, or not videos, guns to us. But I'm gonna go grab just a texture online and just Google images, broken glass texture, I guess. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, here's one right here. Actually, let's use this one. Hopefully it doesn't reroute me. Full size image. You want to make sure the image is relatively large too, so you don't have blurry images and it's high quality. Zoom in, copy the image, go ahead and exit out of that. Control V. Should take a second. Or maybe place. For some reason I didn't paste it. Place. No. Control V. Okay, there we go. Control key. Lock the sides. Just go down. Down a little bit more. Okay. We have the image. Gotta make it a little larger. Apply it. And go over here to your tools. And we're going to use go ahead and just use that one. No, I don't feel like sitting here playing with it. It doesn't matter if you leave the background on or not, but I'm going to leave it on. Usually it doesn't matter if you come outside the lines on them, but I prefer not to. Alright, save it as. Let's just go to our desktop. We're going to save it as a PNG. Okay, smallest. Usually I like to save the file type as well. That's still saving. So I'm not going to save the file type because I won't need it. Exit out of Photoshop. Exit out of that. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to go right click the object, come down here to Material Attributes. Just take a second. Alright, then you're going to click Color right here. Then you're going to click File. And for some reason, it changed something on me. Alright. Move your color. Okay, my bad. I got a little lost. Went on here, scroll down to image name. Go to your desktop. Look for an image. I saved it as UVPNG on the desktop. Okay. And that should be the gun. This is very low detail and not a very good example of detail on my guns, but it looks relatively nice for very low quality. It looks nice. So that's how you edit combat arms guns, and by now it should be kind of obvious that you have to get your gun back into a .ltb file type. And what you would basically do is you would take this file, convert it backwards like you did with the other files. So that sums up this tutorial. Goodbye.